making no apologies. That's it, umhlaba mawuhlulwe, so that our people can have access to the land.
Life is difficult, but you must soldier on. Don't give up. If you are a coward, you don't belong here.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Simple Politics. So I've just finished catching up on the ad hoc committee, listening to the points that are dropped by the members. I think I specifically want to dwell much on what Julius Malema has said, and the ActionSA as well was in agreement with subpoenaing General Mkhwanazi to come to the committee, and a lot of all the other members, in fact all of them, they were against the idea of him being subpoenaed because they are saying Ubana he did not refuse to come. He's just busy or whatever the case may be, but he did not refuse to come. So subpoenaing him is like saying Ubana he refused to come, right? Okay. So I want to get it right into that, because I don't know if funny enough uSkhosana, the MK guy, was saying ukuthi we cannot afford to wait for General Mkhwanazi because for him to go to the inquiry, commission of inquiry, because the commission inquiry is not going to do anything. They're not, I mean, they're not going to do anything. They will just report to the president, then the president will do something or do nothing. Nothing will happen. So he was saying, Obana, there's no, like, we can't wait. But funny enough, when it comes to CIC saying, Obana, let's subpoena him let's get him here. I mean, I'm going to play this long clip where CIC is talking because I really want you to understand. But before I get there, I came across a clip of Dr Ndlozi where he's attacking CIC, but with Dr Ndlozi, you know what he does? He does that soft launch attack where impuku ilumi vutela mos, you wouldn't know by yakluma because iyalumi yavutela. So he says bana General Mkhwanazi is a whistleblower, so he shouldn't be intimidated. He shouldn't be intimidated. Wara. Guys, Mkhwanazi is not an amateur. I think this is the third time I'm saying this. Mkhwanazi is not an amateur. Mkhwanazi is not me, who I'm sitting at home and all of a sudden I am a whistleblower, then I need protection. Mkhwanazi is a general. Is a general. So we can't be talking about Mkhwanazi and be talking about there's a whistleblower. You cannot. A whistleblower runs quietly and goes to tell someone, okay, I've got evidence, wara. Mkhwanazi did a press briefing. Mkhwanazi is not afraid. He did a press briefing. He said when he was doing an interview there outside, he said, but I am willing to die for this. He is not an amateur. He's the type, I was listening to the other guy who worked with him saying, he's the type of police general who says, when I don't need protection, I'm a policeman. You know, I don't need people guarding me. I'm a policeman. So this narrative that is being peddled to go to General Mkhwanazi is a whistleblower. He must not be intimidated. Why would Mkhwanazi be intimidated by Julius Malema? Why? Why would he be intimidated by Julius Malema? Why are we treating Mkhwanazi like he's an amateur? Why are we treating him like he's just someone who randomly you know, sometimes you become a whistleblower because you see something by accident. You know that sometimes you see something by mistake and then all of a sudden you sleep, you wake up one day, you are a whistleblower. He planned this thing. He planned this thing. He had time to think about it. So I don't like this idea when we're talking about him. So Dr Ndlozi is here like he's a whistleblower, he should be protected, and this thing of Uguti, he started this mess. So I'm like, but you don't even have a backbone to say Julius Malema is wrong for saying he started this mess. Have a backbone. So he says politicians who say he started this mess, that's wrong, he shouldn't be into. I'm like, what? And in General Mkhwanazi is not a whistleblower. He went to national TV. He is a general. He is a special tonton. He's a trained forces tonton. General. He's very, very capable of standing up for himself. He's not afraid. So this thing of he can't be. He must not be intimidated. Like what? Who are you talking about? And also these things. Some people are saying he's preparing. I heard that Ndlozi Mkhwanazi has got an LLB. Like, I don't know why you guys are underestimating this guy. You are treating him like he's an amateur or he's just a nobody. This guy is highly skilled. He does not need your protection. So I want to get to this Dr. Ndlozi clip as well. But I think before I get into this Dr. Ndlozi clip that also like kind of like irritates me, I think I should maybe first play the one for CIC, because I feel like people, they misunderstand Julius Malema. They genuinely do misunderstand him. I want you to listen to him when he says, Uguti, the sooner we have Ndlozi Mkhwanazi come here, the better, so that we can get this justice. He made allegations. We need to get to the bottom of that so that we can solve this. They had a press briefing, the Commission of Inquiry. They were saying, their findings are not binding, meaning that even if they find anything, they don't have to do anything. Whatever they find, they don't have to do. No one is guilty. So I don't understand how you guys keep on misunderstanding Julius Malema. So I want to play this clip for Julius Malema. And then I want to play the one for ActionSA, because I was so happy with the contributions. I'm happy that she understands what's happening here. So I want to play her contributions as well on what she contributed. And then
person and colleagues, I should put it on record that it becomes very clear as we proceed that certain people don't want Mkhwanazi to appear before this committee. And they use all manner of excuses to make sure that he doesn't appear before this committee. Others even sing the loudest in a pretentious way as if they are his number one defense force. But deep down, they don't want him to appear before this committee. That's why you can't even revoke sanctioning him, because if he doesn't come, the better. Some of you forget how this committee came about, and many of you opposed the existence of such a committee. And now, because of whatever reason this committee is here, you start finding a way of juniorizing it. What does our committee have to do with the Commission of Inquiry, which is toothless? It's not binding. It can't bite. Why did we put those things in terms of in the terms of reference that we can subpoena a person? There was someone's wife who appeared before one of the committees here, and the husband is here. When she asked for postponement or for this or that, everything else was rejected because there was huge interest on her. And she was reminded that we can even proceed without you. But because you don't have interest, you pretend like you have interest, and you create an impression that Julius has got something to hide. How can I have something to hide when I say someone must come before the committee? You must decide what you want. You must decide whether you want Mkhwanazi before the committee or you don't want Mkhwanazi before the committee. And if you want Mkhwanazi before the committee, in the terms of reference, there are mechanisms to get Mkhwanazi into the committee. Mkhwanazi told you, I'm not coming to you, even before there was an actual date of the commission. That's how junior you are. And you want us to participate in a committee like this that has been juniorized? There is some senior committee called a commission. We're being juniorized. You have turned this committee into a toothless body. It is going to be the most useless body. I'm not even sure if some of us can continue participating in such a committee that agrees on something and do something else. Mkhwanazi, subpoena does not mean Mkhwanazi is wrong. If you don't know English, it's none of my problems. It's none of my baby to feed Malta Bella. Mkhwanazi must be subpoenaed because what Mkhwanazi said is important and cannot be postponed for a day. It's very urgent. But all of a sudden, even if Mkhwanazi becomes the last, that's fine. We can look at other people. Why? Because you don't want the truth. And you create an impression that you want the truth. You don't want the truth. I am here to seek the truth. That's why I'm saying Mkhwanazi must be subpoenaed. Mkhwanazi must come. We have nothing to do with the commission. We can never use a material of the commission in our committee. Mkhwanazi must write an affidavit directed to our chairperson, and that becomes a document of our committee. Any other thing, it's a hearsay. We don't want that. We want that which has been said to us by Mkhwanazi and the rest of them. I don't know what you're doing with Deputy Minister Cyril to show that you want to make this thing useless. You have put in deputy ministers with no powers. I don't know what they're going to tell you. I don't know what you want to get from those people. You are getting deputy ministers because you want to render this committee useless. That's what you're doing. And we don't agree with any of the proposals. We don't change any terms of reference. We want Mkhwanazi as number one. If you can't get him through lovey-dovey approach, subpoena him. We are not doing anything outside the terms of reference. And then how can a person who started the allegations be the last one to testify? What are you going to use? With due respect, Honorable Bredenbach, we cannot use what has been said on TV. We cannot use that. We can use what is in the affidavit, and that affidavit must have an oath. So who are you going to question based on what? What is before you? We need something before us. And the person who can give that is Mkhwanazi. He has to come. Even if it means stopping half the way to go and appear into the commission, finish, come back, that's fine. But he has to come to us. Without Mkhwanazi, we are toothless, we are useless, we don't know what we are talking about. Someone is alleging here. You go and ask someone else, Urbaru, you did 1, 2, 3. Or go and ask the person who said, I did that, and give you a proof. They say Sibia has stolen or taken the dockets. That's one of the allegations. Of course, we know the dockets have been returned or whatever the case might be. We are going to go to Sibia and say to Sibia, where are the dockets? I never took any dockets. Don't know, what do you mean? He says, go to the person who says I stole the dockets to give you evidence that I took the dockets. It doesn't work like that. As an advocate, Honorable Bredenbach, you know that. It doesn't work like that. There has to be a person who makes the allegations. We have to test the allegation. We have to test the evidence of the allegations. On the basis of that, summon people, because we now have something that gives us at least a prima facie to can engage these people. I rest my case.
So that's what Julius Malema said. Like, I don't understand how you can misunderstand. Like, he's so clear. He is crystal. I just don't understand how you can misunderstand Julius Malema. I fail to understand how you can misunderstand the things that he's saying right now. So I think I'll play the Dr. Ndlozi clip last. Let me play the one for the ActionSA lady, because she spoke valid points as well. I actually do like that lady. I've listened to her quite a few times, like where she does her contributions, her submissions in the committees. I've heard her quite a few times. Of course, she's also very passionate. I've heard her quite a few times. I always listen to her contributions. I think she always makes valid contributions. She's woke. So yeah, let's just listen to her very quickly.
This morning, by what I've heard, why did we spend all that time with the terms of reference? Based on what has been presented to us this morning and what we've been told, It is clear now that we are being dictated to. It is clear that we are the underdogs, and it is clear that we are now becoming like a subservient right now. We have forgotten our role. We have forgotten our responsibilities. We have declared ourselves, like Honorable Malema says, completely toothless. I cannot believe right now that we are considering how and when to do this when we have spent so much time with the terms of reference. I cannot believe right now that we are saying that it doesn't matter when General Mkhwanazi comes to appear, and it doesn't matter whether he's first or last, his statement cannot change. What he has said on television cannot change. Then why are we here? Are we not meant to probe his accusations? Are we not meant to investigate as per the terms of reference? Then we might as well take the statement and take everything that has been publicized in the media and use that to generate findings in this committee. If that is being said, I am shocked to hear that that statement was made. I'm also saying that, why are we saying also that, you know what, let's call Mkhwanazi whenever he's available to come, forgetting that we also have the powers to subpoena, to summons people here, and then saying we can call whoever else, anyone else thereafter. Whether you have a criminal mind or an investigative mind, but I think it's common sense that whatever General Mkhwanazi presents and tells us, calling of the next witness needs to be intentional, and it needs to be strategic in terms of linking these statements and in terms of actually having an outcome that will give us results. We can't just go haphazardly right now and just call anyone whenever, because we are now being dictated to. I am really not happy. It feels as if at this point, like this is a complete waste of time, because all we've been doing since this committee has started, we have been getting our lead and getting our instruction from the parallel commission that is running. I'm very unhappy about this. And Chairperson, can we start doing what we've been mandated to do? Can we start realizing our power as Parliament and realize that we have the role, we have a binding role to play here? Thank you.
So I don't understand how CIC, Julius Malema, and the ActionSA, I wonder what is her name. I'm so irritated that I actually don't remember her name now. Let me just see. Let me see if I can Google it. ActionSA, Adhoc Committee member. I think it's Honorable. What's her name now? It's an Honorable James. Oh yes, it's Honorable James. It's Darlene James. Yeah, her name is Darlene James. Yeah. So she also made like good contributions. So I don't understand how people don't understand. Like I genuinely don't. But anyway, because this is gonna be a lot. I don't want this to be a very long video. Now I wanna play this clip for Dr. Ndlozi. I don't know. I don't know if Dr. Ndlozi has lost his fire, or he has joined the gang where people, when they leave the EFF, all of a sudden they want to go against everything the EFF says or does. I think maybe it happens automatically. I don't know this thing when people leave the EFF. It's like maybe Nati one day when I'm not a member of the EFF, I will not think like I don't understand. This has nothing to do with Julius Malema. Just the way I don't know. It stresses me because I don't understand what happens to your thinking, because these are basic things and I feel like everyone should understand this. So I mean, I don't know, and it happens to everyone when they leave the EFF. All of a sudden they think different, and I don't understand that. So let's play this clip of Dr. Ndlozi at the end. I think I've already given my 2 cents at the beginning of the video about this. So let's listen and you guys tell me what you think.
Let us remember, South Africans, that it is not in the best interest of justice. I repeat, it's not in the best interest of justice to treat Mkhwanazi as not a whistleblower. Whistleblowers in this country are an endangered species. They get intimidated, they get killed. It's important for all of us, from the most powerful to the most humblest of us, to protect whistleblowers. It's not in the best interest of justice to intimidate Mkhwanazi before he even takes a stand, to rubbish him before he even takes a stand. It doesn't. Whoever does that is not on the side of the people. Because what Mkhwanazi has done is to give an opportunity to the country to uproot corruption, to uproot gangsterism and cartels from the criminal justice system, an opportunity that could have only been given by a whistleblower. Why rubbish him? Why intimidate him? Why make him want to appear? But that when he comes finally in front of whatever inquiry, he is coming in doubt of himself and in doubt of his story. Those of us in society who anticipate his coming to any inquiry by rubbishing him are not on the side of the people. Because our experience with prosecutors, our experience with the police, our experience with politicians on the ground, on the police stations, in the magistrate courts, is that there is a lot of bribery, corruption. And Mkhwanazi has given us an opportunity to uproot that as a country, to restore integrity into the criminal justice system. We must take this opportunity with both hands. We must help, as opposed to treating him as an antagonistic force. There is no mess that he has done. He has exposed the mess. We must accept this opportunity, welcome it, and isolate all the forces that seek to discredit this process. That's my view. And I invite all of us as South Africans that in the interest of the history of whistleblowers in this country who blow the whistle and end up being killed and end up as endangered species, let's protect General Mkhwanazi, all the processes of inquiry. Let us help.
So I see Dr. Ndlozi also tweeted here. He says that, fact, General Mkhwanazi briefed the parliament in March about all the major issues that he later raised in his now well-published press conference. Parliament, the very one that calls itself the Adhoc committee, did nothing. Yes, nothing. It's curious how Parliament is not investigating itself as to why it did nothing about such an explosive information regarding our criminal justice. Now they take platform through to their hypocrisy and act like they care. No, they don't care. We know this because they had since March to do something. They did nothing. They must not irritate us here. They must not irritate us here with belated pompous grandiosity. They can wait. They must wait. They will wait. Kuchundlos. Hey, I between and the yazile ndozikuyo. So Undlozi uthi they must wait. Yeah, I don't know, guys. So that is Dr. Ndlozi. So the question I have is, General Mkhwanazi a whistleblower? Is he a whistleblower? I don't understand how you can identify him as a whistleblower. That is a general who went on a national television and made those allegations. So I don't understand how you can talk about him like you're talking about someone, Jay. But you know what? I think I've said everything that I wanted to say. Let me know what you think. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zizipolo Pelwana. This is Simple Politics. Please subscribe. Let's get to 40k subscribers, 50k subscribers. Let me know what you think, guys. Yeah, let me know what you think. Because you know what? There's nothing to explain, man. Like, I feel like you should be able to understand this. And if you don't, then I don't know. I don't know what I can say to you. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Aluta continua. Until the next time.